If your hair isn't growing, like mine wasn't growing a while ago, it's not because the hair can't grow, it's because your daily habits may be damaging or destroying your hair even without you realizing it. I promise at least one of these 5 habits is sabotaging your hair right now, and we're going to fix that today. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Eve here. If you're new to the channel, I hope you like what you see. Kindly hit that subscribe button and the bell beside so you'll be notified whenever I post new content. My returning or old subscribers who have been with me from day one and are watching this video, thank you so much for being here. Everybody, kindly give this video a thumbs up to help with the engagement, to help more people who need to see content like this to see the content, and to help YouTube push this video to a wider audience. Habit number 1, you may be neglecting frequent moisture. Dry hair daily is going to set you up for breakage. Most people think that hair breaks because it's weak. While that is true on one hand, hair also breaks because it's dry and has become brittle. And your hair being dry means you forgot to feed it. Even if you fed your hair with products, you have to observe whether the products that you apply to your hair actually work for your hair type, for your hair texture, for your hair porosity. You have to check how long these products work on your hair and how soon you will need to reapply products to your hair as soon as it becomes dry. You need to constantly feed your hair moisture. It's something that I also have to remind myself that the fact that I applied products to my hair and my hair didn't seem dry for the entire week does not mean that I have to go the entire week without reapplying moisture. You need to be moisturizing your hair. If you can't do 3 to 4 times a week, depending on your porosity, depending on how well your hair absorbs moisture and how fast it loses the moisture, you will need to moisturize your hair at least 2 to 3 times a week. I personally aim for twice a week, so I do once at the beginning of the week and another time in the middle of the week. So if I moisturize on a Sunday, the next time I'm going to be moisturizing my hair will be on a Wednesday. I repeat that cycle on and on. Your hair loses moisture every single day, and it's worse if you find yourself in extremely cold environments, or maybe you are even in the sun a lot of times during the day in, day out. If you sleep on fabric like cotton or anything that is not satin, your hair will lose that moisture one way or another, and you will need to replenish moisture to prevent your hair from drying out and breaking excessively. If your goal is long hair, moisture has to be at the top of your list so far as hair care is concerned. And trust me, when it comes to moisture and lack of moisture, skipping this or neglecting moisturizing your hair can be one reason why your hair stays at one length for years. So your solution will be to moisturize 2 to 3 times a week, at least twice a week, and then you can use a leave-in conditioner. There are daily leave-in products that you can apply to your hair. It may not be daily, but you can apply these products to your hair. You can also use leave-in sprays, which are more liquid in consistency, so you can use those if you don't want to use thick creamy products. You can use products like aloe vera, apply those to your hair and seal in the moisture with an oil or a butter when necessary. But please, we need to stay on top of our moisture. Habit number 2, rough detangling. If you are guilty of this, go ahead and comment below. If you don't take your time when you detangle your hair, comment below. If when you comb your hair, you rush through the process and you just comb anyhow, comment below. I'm going to insert that clip of me combing my hair here so that you guys can see. But if you are guilty of being rough with your hair, manhandling your hair, combing your hair anyhow, I always say that when it comes to thick hair, you have to work in sections if your hair is long. Another thing I always say is, if your hair is on the shorter side, depending on how short your hair is, if your hair is like this short, you can get away with doing anything to your hair. But the minute you start to retain length, the minute you pull your hair and it gets to your eyebrow, you need to pay attention if you want that hair to get longer. So you will need to pay attention when it comes to combing. You can't just put that pick comb here and then drag it like that and do the same thing for your entire head. You need to pay attention. You need to make sure that when the hair is moisturized and you are ready to comb, you are working in sections and you are taking your time working away from your ends all the way to your roots. You need to be gradual. You need to be patient. Otherwise, it's going to cost you your hair, and that's not what we want. Whether it's wash day, whether it's your midweek moisturizing, whether you're just trying to comb through your tangled hair in the middle of the week or anytime during the week, please, you need to be patient and you need to use the right tools. Very important. If you are somebody who goes to the salon to get your hair done and they start to attempt to comb your hair with a rat tail comb, stop them immediately. You need to always go to the salon with your own tools, with your own combs. So your pick combs, your white tooth combs, your detangling brushes. Make sure you use these things to comb out your hair, to detangle your hair so that you get as little breakage as possible. If you struggle to comb out your hair when your hair is dry, you will need to work when your hair is damp, when your hair is moisturized, or when your hair is wet. This is one of the reasons why when I wash my hair, I comb it or do the final detangling under running water. Water running through your hair is going to make it easier to comb the hair, to separate knots, to separate tangles, and to comb out the hair with minimal breakage or shedding. Habit number 3, over manipulation. This is something I've talked about before. It's something even I am guilty of doing in the past, and it's something a lot of us still have to do, maybe because of our lifestyle, maybe because of the kind of work that we do. Most of the times, over manipulating the hair is unavoidable, but when you can avoid it, I always recommend that you avoid it, or you do the best you can to cut back on how you manipulate your hair. Manipulating your hair means touching your hair constantly, styling constantly, even washing constantly. Your hands don't need to be in your hair 24/7. You don't need to play with your hair. You don't need to retwist every night or rebraid every night. If you're a content creator like me and you have to constantly be putting out hair content online, what you need to do is to batch create your content, maybe at the beginning of the week or on the weekend. Batch create your content, touch your hair. All you need to touch your hair on one particular day of the week, so that you know that for the rest of the week your hands are not going to be in your hair. This is how you preserve your hair and make sure that it grows while you do what needs to be done. If you're maybe a model or an actress or some other sort of job that you do that requires you to constantly touch your hair, unfortunately, you may not be able to avoid that over manipulation. I'm speaking because I have worked with models in the past, and they always have to style their hair for one show or another, one shoot or another. Most of the times, completely unavoidable. But for those of us who can avoid it and want to retain as much length as we can, we want to get our hair to waist length, please make sure that you take your hands out of your hair. When you are thinking, when you are meditating, take your hands from your edges, remove your hands from your hair. Don't play with your edges. I know this because there are people who tell me. So don't play with your edges. All this, you touch your edges. Like, something I'm guilty of doing is plucking my brows when I'm in deep thoughts. So there are people who pluck out their edges when they are thinking, when they are meditating, when they're trying to solve a problem. All these little things are manipulation, and they wear your hair out. They make your hair weaker. They make your hair dry. They make your hair more prone to breakage. What you're going to do to solve this problem is going to be to go for low manipulation protective styles that are going to keep your hair tucked away for about a week. You're also going to moisturize your hair without loosening your style. So maybe you have twists or braids in, whether it's with extensions or without extensions. Just moisturize on top of that without taking it down. And then leave your hair alone between wash days. Just leave the hair alone. By the way, if you would like to take your hair growth journey a step further, maybe you need a healthy regimen that you can follow, or you need healthy products you can make from the comfort of your home, check out my 30-day hair growth challenge. I'm going to insert it somewhere as a card, but just tap on it. You're going to see the 30-day hair growth challenge, which hundreds of people have followed to grow their hair to its healthier state. This challenge has helped so many people, and the content of this challenge are the things that I have personally done to grow my hair and to transform it from the stunted length that it was at to a point where it resumed growing. It has products that you can make from shampoo to conditioner to deep conditioner, hair growth butter, hair growth oil, and hair growth spray. And I even included these secret habits that I do every single day to make sure that my hair growth stays consistent. Go ahead and grab that challenge. It's also linked in my description box and in the pinned comment. Habit number 4, sleeping without protection. How many of us are guilty of this one? I know there are a number of people. When I say sleeping without protection, I mean sleeping without covering your head. When we talk about satin, we talk about satin bonnets, we talk about satin scarves, we talk about satin pillowcases. These things are not for fun. These things are to protect your hair. You need to use satin because satin is that one fabric that when you rub your hair all over it, your hair does not lose its moisture. Unlike cotton, where when you rub your hair on cotton, as soon as you take your head off of that place, if there was product in your hair, you will see the product on the cotton. And if your hair was feeling moisturized before, depending on how long you lay down, by the time you get up, you will feel your hair that it has lost a little moisture. So fabrics like satin help to keep the hair in one piece without it losing too much moisture. And there also won't be so much friction between your hair and wherever you lay your head down. So please note, your nighttime routine is just as important as your wash day routine. You need to pay attention to how you protect your hair in the night so that you preserve all of that length that you have gotten and you are trying to extend. Habit number 5, inconsistency. Whether it's routines, whether it's product use, whether it's how you care for your hair in general. Inconsistency is one of the biggest killers of progress in everything. Whatever you start out doing, you will need to do it and finish it well, which is one of the things that I emphasize in the 30-day hair growth challenge. We have a routine that is going to guide you for the duration of 30 days, which is just a month. And the idea is that as soon as you do something about your hair and you stay consistent at it for a month, chances are you'll be able to continue with that thing you're doing after the 1 month period. So whatever it is you're doing, you need to be consistent. Your hair care needs to be done consistently. The products you're using, don't product hop unless the product doesn't work for your hair. But if you start out using a set of products and the products work very well for your hair, try to stick with those products for at least a month. Track your progress, and if your hair enjoys the product and the products are okay with you, continue using the product for the next 2 months. That is making 3 months, and trust me, you'll be able to track your progress easier and better. And if there are any lapses along the way, you'll be able to know exactly where the issue is coming from. When it comes to hair care, you don't need perfection. You don't need to be hopping from one place to another. You just need to find what works and stick with it long enough for you to see results. And if your main problem is consistency, if your weakness is consistency, then you need to work on that. You can definitely work on that, and you can get better at doing things better. Just add a little more time to however long it is you can go and take care of your hair. You can get a tracker. We have that in the 30-day hair growth challenge as well. So you can get a tracker so that you tick off the days that you have taken care of your hair or the weeks you've taken care of your hair, and then you note what you have observed. Seeing all of this progress is going to motivate you, and when you see that your hair is better than it was before you started, trust me, you'll be motivated to continue. I can speak about hair challenges and habits that cause hindrance to getting to our hair goals because I've been there. There is no kind, there are experiences I've not gone through, but I have gone through a considerable amount of experiences that I can speak on, which other people can relate to as well. And last but not least, remember, when you are trying to grow your hair, that transformation is not going to happen overnight. It's all in the little things you do, your daily habits. You need to make sure that your habits are on point. Those little habits that you do daily and weekly are going to compound into results that last long term. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.